everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Natasha Geiner, and I am General Manager of Retail Products and CRM here at Tekion. I'm joined today by our panel, Jay Vijayan, the CEO and founder of Tekion, and Duncan Aldred, the Senior Vice President of General Motors and North America. Thank you both for joining us today. We are going to be talking today about the automotive retail and the general state of digital retail and presence today. Jay, question for you. Where do you see automotive retail going? And also, as far as e-commerce is concerned, how is it changing?
All right, that's a what trillion-dollar or several billion-dollar questions. I think Duncan probably will be better person to add on to it. I'll tell purely from a digital perspective, Natasha. Right, so we've been spending a lot of time on this because we invest in our products. The entire automotive retail has to go align with what the consumers are expecting, right? Because it's wide open with products that are out there, different companies, different digital products that are out there. So you have to meet the consumer where they want to meet and what their experience want to be, what they expect the experience to be. Be it online or be it in store, every part of that needs to be connected. Whoever is driving that consumer experience, meeting their expectations, are going to continue to win. Not just on the product side, of course, product is very important, but on top of the product, the entire experience is super important, because even with cloud or commerce, now with AI, the expectations constantly change. So we need to deliver products that live up to those expectations and continues to evolve to deliver what the consumers are expecting.
Duncan, what about you? Is General Motors seeing the same trends based on your research and communication with dealers?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, very much seeing similar trends. We saw through COVID, obviously, there was a lot of people going more online. A lot of people wanted remote shopping. But what we've seen since then is that people do really still like going in the bricks and mortar, going in the dealership. So we're really seeing a hybrid approach. Yes, a significant number of customers want to shop online and go end-to-end to transaction. But the bigger majority is wanting to start online, then interact, and then go in dealerships. But the critical thing is that we need to offer customers exactly what they want. People want to transact in different ways. It needs to be seamless. It needs to be quick. It needs to be consistent from a visual point of view. And it needs to provide that real simple customer experience.
We couldn't agree more. That's a great segue into the General Motors DRP. Tell us a little bit about what drove your decision to actually begin, invest, and partner with Tekion to build an online platform that enables that experience for consumers and dealers.
Yeah, so our DRP, Digital Retail Platform, and it really did get born out of that period, say 5 years ago, when we could see this trend towards more online shopping, more customers wanting to go end-to-end, potentially less interaction with dealerships in the dealerships. As I say, what we see today is that it's very much a hybrid model, and consumers do want both. But we wanted to create a digital retail platform that achieved everything that I just mentioned. Looks beautiful, really simple to use, minimal clicks to shop, and then if you want to buy, but also the ability to jump off the platform and talk to dealers or interact with dealers as well. We wanted it to be consistent across the GM network, so all of our brands, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and we wanted it to interact in a very seamless and easy way with the dealers' systems as well, whether it be their dealer management systems. So that's what we set out to achieve. We've got well over 1,000 dealers onboarded now, and really pleased with what we're seeing.
That's fantastic. Jay, let me ask you, how is the General Motors DRP powered by Tekion different than other digital retail providers out there? And what is it that we do that sets it apart?
Duncan summarized it extremely well for the GM's needs, right? As I think all the points he mentioned about, first is getting that experience, making it seamless, simple and seamless. Of course, simple is simple to say, but hard to do. right? Because of the complexity, and industry is evolved for decades. So first is giving that simple experience to consumers, and ensure when they want to take the journey in different directions, the platform supports it. What I mean by that is, the moment they want to, as part of their journey, immediately they want to engage with the dealer, we need to give that path to them right away. Or if they want to walk into a dealership and pick up from there to say, okay, I did my shopping in GMDRP online, but I want to, have further conversation on the same car, do my test drive, get further details, and get going with the, purchase. So that is a very important piece. And, first of all, thanks to General Motors. We are very proud about this partnership and collaboration with General Motors, because at General Motors' size and scale, it's not an easy thing to do, right? 4,000 dealers network. And of course, it's a phenomenal vision to bring that to life. So yes, we are like, a little bit over 25% collectively together. But the nice thing which I've seen, especially, Duncan and entire GM program team and the leadership team, the level of collaboration going through this platform, and then looping in dealers, all of the dealer bodies, listening into the feedback, and making sure all the right and relevant ones are getting back into the platform. I feel it's phenomenal. I feel it's one of a kind. It is very hard to do, but we are doing it. And we keep pushing the bar higher with more features and bringing in new things that are really necessary as the industry evolves, so that the platform always is at the leading edge to deliver what the consumers are looking for and the GM brand consumers are looking for.
Dealer adoption is incredibly important. As we all know, that's one of the really driving forces of how the consumer shopping experience comes together. So, Duncan, what are you seeing from the dealer body today?
Yeah, so how are dealers adopting, and what are they seeing? So as Jay said, we got 4,000 dealers. These are all entrepreneurs. They've all made investments and are at different stages of that journey. And what we've provided through DRP is a singular vision, which we'd like everybody to engage with. So we're over 25% onboarded. We're testing, learning, adapting, evolving at an incredibly fast pace. And we'll continue that rollout journey. We expect it to get faster from here. And really will align dealers with that DRP. But as you can imagine, they've all got things in place, and some really like what they've got, and some are looking for what we're going to provide, and it's really just taking them along together. So I'd say a lot of positivity, great partnership with our dealers, and people are behind this singular vision that we've provided.
Thank you. And Jay, I'll ask you, of course, Duncan, as you said, that there is a lot of evolution in automotive today. And of course, the dealers want their own systems. They like certain ways in which they transact, which is what we're trying to do to make sure that the dealer experience in store stays at the cutting edge. We have announced a lot of different products here at Tekion. So if you would like to talk a little bit about the future and the vision of what Tekion has to offer.
I think that's I feel important one for us to address, the tech stack, right? We can't take that lightly in today's world. That is so important to ensure have the latest and greatest tech stack, because you can't deliver what the consumers are looking for if you don't have the right thing. If your tech stack is, decades old, it's very hard to bring it up. And we are proud of what we have built with the, Enterprise Cloud and the GMDRP tech stack. And the nice thing is the synergy, how it synergizes with the ARC platform. As in my keynote yesterday, I mentioned how we have completely transformed the platform to be AI native. And the technology AI, the agentic AI suite continues to evolve. So every part of the consumer journey connects. It's fast, real time. You don't miss any kind of communication with the consumer. That becomes very critical. The experience transfers from online to in-store seamlessly, like we talked about. Natasha, you know that I hate the word digital retailing and omni-channel because it's overused and under-delivered, right? I'm sure, Duncan, you would agree, because a lot of people talked about digital retailing for a long time, not now. Like 10 years ago, especially with COVID, there was a massive list of digital retailing products and companies. The reason they didn't do well because they just couldn't deliver what it was. They just became a lead generation engine, which there is already, hundreds. So long story short, as we decided to call it a smart retail. And the idea is to deliver that holy grail of end-to-end, retailing communication. Doesn't matter whether the consumer wants to shop fully online or they want to do fully in store or they want to do a completely connected experience. A smart retail in today's world, in AI world, recognizes that and delivers that experience to the consumer. So I think that is super important. I'm excited about how much we have invested and how much we are investing to deliver that smart retail technology to the industry in partnership with General Motors.
We'll keep to the one microphone idea here, passing it around. Duncan, from just being here, you see all of these vendors that are offering all of these different experiences. Of course, GMDRP stands out to all of us in a lot of different ways because of the full connectivity and end-to-end of what Jay just mentioned. What does the future look like from your perspective at GM and the e-commerce experience?
Well, it's really to deliver on what we've already started. Like I say, we're on the journey. We're accelerating that journey, and we want to get all of our dealers aligned around DRP with the ability for customers to really live and enjoy and experience everything that our DRP has got to offer. So all the things like that simplicity, that ease of use, that attractiveness, and the ability to go right through the shopping funnel if they so choose. So as I say, we've still got some ways to go, but we're accelerating and looking forward to finishing the journey.
And as far as 2026, and of course going into 2027, there's a lot of consumer expectations that are changing. AI is coming in and formulating its forward state. And of course, Tekion is somewhat on the forefront of a lot of that transition. And Jay, you want to talk a little bit about what the in-store experience and the changes that are coming for us with Tech One innovation and some of the other things that GM will be able to take advantage of as a platform of end-to-end.
Yeah, the great news is our largest percentage of Tekion platform dealers are GM dealers, which is great because they're going to get the latest and greatest features, faster. We launched 3 products yesterday, and extremely well received. First is the first in the industry Technician AI, hard to come by, as getting the right technicians, getting the right level of training. I know GM does great level of training for technicians for their products. So we have a first time in the industry Technician AI assistant, which in simple view, what I mentioned as a kind of a keynote keyword for that product is technicians are the real heroes who fix the product. Our AI makes them superheroes so that they can do their job much faster, right? And very highly efficient with less errors, because actually 0 errors, because that way it just transfers to customer experience. So they don't come back for service. They're not unhappy with things that they couldn't get done. That's first. Second is the Scheduler AI. I know Duncan had a preview to get the Scheduler AI. It has come a long way, and we had a dealer who come in on the stage and really rave about how great it has been, which is pretty much an AI that takes all the calls coming in from customers, takes action, either books an appointment or give a status of their vehicle if it's already in there, or routes it to the right person within the dealership. So that's the Scheduler AI. And finally, what we call it as T1, which is kind of resembles the Tekion one because it's in one interface, one AI for the dealer to interact with. So in very simple words, people will understand. That's why I'm quoting this. It's a ChatGPT for your business. Dealers don't have to go upload their business information in public LLMs to get any kind of intelligence. So they have one in their Automotive Retail Cloud platform, their DMS platform. So we are really excited. And I spoke to so many excited dealers, and there's a big crowd yesterday in the demonstrations for the AI as well. So yeah, and we'll keep pushing the bar higher and keep delivering our AI into complete AI native platform on Automotive Retail Cloud.
Thank you, Jay. It's very exciting. And Duncan, for General Motors, of course, what you mentioned really resonated, right? Which is the end-to-end commerce where you can really finalize the deal from the dealer's perspective. So as we're thinking about 2026 and 2027 and all the innovation that's coming through, from your perspective, the GM DRP and all the changes that are going to be experienced, how much more we're going to be adding to e-commerce in the future for GM dealers, because it is such a huge dealer body. So excited about what's coming next.
Yeah, I think the advancements can give us that competitive advantage. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that fantastic customer experience. We want to harness everything that Jay's talked about, translate that into the DRP, and separate ourselves from the competition. We're already number one in the industry across North America, and we want to take that strength and build even further. We feel that the DRP and the things that we've talked about today can further extend that lead and further extend our competitive advantage.
Fantastic. So what does the future look like for all of us? Jay, I will let you take that forward.
Definitely. It is exciting. So my keynote, the title itself, as you know, Natasha, was AI you can trust, innovation you can count on, and a future that you can be really excited about. Yes, there is a lot of anxiety with how fast things are moving with AI and for people to catch up. Doing the right thing, which is focusing on the foundation, which is what we did, for the last, I'd say, 2 years. All the investment is paying off now. So we ground up built enterprise grade, highly secure. So Duncan may not be aware. So we announced our ISO 42001 certification yesterday, which is responsible AI development. So the rigor we took in how we handle data, how we are training our AI models, all of those gives a big level of confidence and relief for dealers that their data and information is handled right. Now, how do we transform that to consumer experience? So I'm quite excited about the future. A lot of things are changing for good, I would say, in the right direction. Yes, there are always challenges, but without challenges, how do we reap the rewards in the right way, right? So we have to overcome challenges and people who are doing the right thing. So I'm proud about how much we have invested, how far we have come, and especially in 2026, because of all the investments we did in, sometimes a little bit in 2024, but a lot in 2025. Now we already see great signs in all of that paying off in many directions, not from purely dollars and cents, in terms of what we can deliver to the market, what we can deliver to partnership for a brand that big and scale and that big of a legacy like GM, what we can deliver in today's, modern retailing or smart retailing, right? And then how we can take it forward. And GM is doing phenomenally well at that scale, right? Now we can keep whatever we can do as a technology partner, we will continue to do to keep pushing that further so that GM can continue to, take the lead as the number one even further ahead.
And Duncan, I will have you do the parting words for us, please, as to what you see for us. And thank you for your partnership with Tekion. I think we've been able to accomplish amazing things with GM DRP. It's the leading platform today in the OEM space. It's the type of vision that is really difficult to accomplish. So you've definitely come an amazingly long way.
Yeah, amazingly long way, but further to go. So again, we're not complacent by any means. Yeah, the vision is to take cost out of the business for our dealers. Dealer profitability is really top of our agenda. We talk about it with all the dealer meetings we're having this week. DRP, we believe, can be a big part in taking cost out of the business. But of course, the other side is building revenue. And again, whether it be in the after-sales space, in the service space, in the new vehicle space, we believe this can give us a competitive advantage. It can reach the customers who do want to transact end-to-end or indeed just go partially along the journey. So with everything we've talked about, we think this will build our competitiveness and enable us to continue to lead into the future.
Well, thank you both very much for your time today. Really appreciate it. And we're excited, obviously, to move forward with General Motors and see what comes next in 2026. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining.